Hello, my name is Edwin Berga, and I wanted to talk to you about the disposition of learners and my overall thoughts and assessment of the disposition of learners and how I could possibly take the skills that I possess or the skills that I've yet to learn and translate them into my teaching career. The disposition that I possess, I believe, is the awareness of the equality as well as the awareness of the diversity of students. I grew up in a location where there is a lot of diversity, that being San Diego, Southern California. And I have been to school with a good amount of equal and diverse students. So I believe I have a good overall assessment on that and an awareness of fairness to those students. The attributes that a professional educator should have and how they should behave is pretty much everything that has been stated on the disposition of learners. I think there could be a lot taken from the disposition of learners beyond teaching. Any kind of professional manner when you deal with the public or the community you can learn something from the disposition of learners. Something that I could probably improve on is the awareness of the community, or just the awareness of our social status or current social aspect to maybe politics or local politics. Um, I typically do not like to bring anything of that nature into a classroom, but if it so happens to be important enough where I need to kind of incorporate some type of awareness or lesson into my responsibility as a teacher, that's something I definitely need to work on. Positively, I mean, everything positive in a disposition of learners is pretty much every basis of the disposition of learners. You can learn a lot, as I stated, from each aspect of the disposition of learners. You could take away from the equality aspect, the diversity aspect, the communication aspect, the commitment to teaching aspect. There's a lot you could be taken from the disposition of learners. The expectations that I have once I am a teacher is to make sure that I communicate to myself that the disposition of learners is something very important to not only the teaching community, but as to a student as well. A lot of teachers would probably or subconsciously take the disposition of learners and just apply that to their own lives, where most of it can relate to the betterment of the student. So I think it's important to make sure when you're thinking about the disposition of learners and applying it to your own teaching career, take into account that it could majority of the time be directed to the students and the importance of the students' educational career or scholastic career. And the disposition of learners, how I will take it to morally develop my students, is mainly the part where it has stated that you must respect each student, you must respect yourself, and you must uphold some type of professionalism in the workplace of a teacher, especially as a teacher, because you are dealing with students. So that is my assessment of the disposition of learners, and I hope that I can take a lot away from the disposition of learners once I do start my teaching career.